Hi everyone, I'm Cotton Candy and this is the 5th video in my Ultimate EDC Las Vegas Guide video series. Like I said before, you don't need to watch these videos in any specific order, but we are officially 3 weeks out until EDC Las Vegas 2017, and I've tried to put as many tips as I can in each of these videos, and they all have really good tips and good insight, so if you have time to watch all of them, I definitely recommend doing so, although proper preparation before the festival is key to an awesome EDC Las Vegas experience. This video and the following video, Take Care of Yourself and Others, are probably the most important in my opinion, as these are tips and insights having to do with the actual festival and your well-being. The first tip I have for you in this video is attend the festival from dusk till dawn. If you're able to attend the festival from dusk till dawn, I highly recommend it. For at least one night, if you can't do all 3, watching the sun set and rise is part of the experience, and 3 days of raging from dusk till dawn seems like a long time, but once you get there, there's so much to do and there's so much going on, you'll appreciate the more time that you have there. Have a positive attitude. You guys have heard of the law of attraction, right? It's basically the belief that by focusing on either positive or negative thoughts, you bring positive or negative experiences into your life. So if you have a positive attitude during the festival and put out positive vibes, you will attract amazing people and amazing experiences. If you have a negative attitude during the festival and put out negative vibes, you will attract bad experiences and unpleasant interactions. And if you do have a negative experience, don't let that negative energy have enough power over you to ruin the rest of your night or the rest of your weekend. You know, stuff happens, move past it if you can, fight the negative energy off with a positive mindset, and that positivity will come back to you throughout the weekend and it'll be really beneficial to keep that positivity. The very first thing you should do once you're inside the festival. Once you get inside, stock up on water immediately before you do anything else, like go stand in the huge line for the merch tent or the lockers or run to one of the stages. Hydration is the most important thing because you can't have fun if you get dehydrated and pass out. So number 1 thing to do, stock up on water. Stay hydrated. Explore the festival. Dedicate your first hours of day 1 to exploring the festival grounds and figuring out the map. Locate the stages, water refill stations, restrooms, and food stands. There are seriously so many things to do there. There are the stages, of course, carnival rides, carnival games, art installations. There are activities like candy making stations, so definitely try to get the gist of everything they have there so maybe you can go and check out some of that stuff in between sets, throughout the weekend. Use the buddy system. Even if your group plans to stay together the whole time, everyone gets a buddy, someone to look out for them at all times or to check in with throughout the night. Make a plan for getting separated. Designate a meetup spot in case you guys accidentally get separated. Also, if you don't plan on staying with your buddy or group during some parts of the night, definitely make plans to reconnect and touch base at a meetup spot at some point. Making sure you're all physically okay is really important, so try to stick to these plans no matter what. You can't rely on a text message for updates, especially with hit or miss cell service. In my opinion, the best places to have a meetup is the area with the tables in the middle of the festival grounds. It's upside down. I like this area because it's centrally located and the tables are all next to numbered garages, so it's super convenient. Meet wherever you want, just as long as you guys are touching base with each other, and whatever you do, don't meet at the Daisy. I don't know if anyone's going to get that reference. That was so long ago. I'm getting old, guys. Getting old. Meeting up with people. Meeting up with people at a festival is so hard, you guys. If this is your first festival, just be prepared to experience a really difficult time trying to meet up with people. But if you are committed, here are some tips to help those times go more smoothly. Send a photo of where you are, of landmarks. So if you're by the merch booth or by an art installation, send pictures of that to your friends to more accurately communicate to them where you are. Timestamp text messages. Don't rely on iMessage to do it for you. With poor cell service, it's going to be very inaccurate. As I stated before though, iMessage should be turned off because to save your battery. So it really doesn't do you any good. The times are going to be off, and so you might as well save your battery by turning it off. Best times to ride the carnival rides. The carnivals are part of the Electric Daisy Carnival experience. If you guys want to go on the rides, get to the Speedway early to beat the crowds, or go at the end of the night when the crowds die down. You can also try when really big name DJs are playing. Maybe all those people will be at the stages. Personally, one of my favorite EDC experiences of all time, I think, was in 2014. We were raging super hard and dancing all night, and at some point we decided to take a break, and we went and got a smoothie, and we were looking for a place to like sit down and relax, and we walked by a merry-go-round, and I was like, dude, it's a merry-go-round. So we got on the merry-go-round with our cold smoothies, and you know, the night was so freaking hot, and then going on the merry-go-round all slow, it was just this nice breeze, and you had music playing in the background, our cold smoothie, and it was just so refreshing. I would describe that moment as the truest form of contentment at EDC that I've ever had, and it was really awesome. So yeah, there's potential for really great experiences with carnival rides. I know people go there and they're like, oh, there's all these things to do, there are all these stages, why would you ride a carnival ride? You could ride those anywhere. It's part of the experience, guys. Be festive. Don't be a music snob. Don't spend the entire weekend camped out at one stage. That being said, don't spend the entire weekend avoiding one stage either. Have an open mind, walk through each of the stages at least once just to see what they have going on, and you never know, you might discover a DJ that you actually really like if you step out of your comfort zone for a bit. Don't overplan sets. Give yourself the freedom to go with the flow instead of having a strict schedule that limits your ability to live in the moment. But also know your musical priorities because there will be conflicting set times, so decide ahead of time which DJs you absolutely must see and which DJs you can miss if you have to. If you see your top 3 DJs that weekend, that's a huge win, honestly. But usually I'm able to see my top 3 per night. Just know that if you overplan your schedule, you're setting yourself up to be let down. Because the venue is huge, the stages are far apart, the set times are overlapping, there's so much going on, there's so much you want to do. Just trust me on this one, don't overplan your schedule. Don't sit down on the dance floor. I know people do it anyways, but just know that if you get kicked or stepped on or fallen on, it's on you because that was your choice. And it's on you if somebody else gets hurt because they tripped or fell on you. If you want to avoid hurting yourself or someone else, please step away from the crowd if you have to tie your shoes or sit down. And PSA. Public service announcement, if you didn't know. PLUR. For those of you who don't know, PLUR stands for Peace, Love, Unity, and Respect. PLUR is at the heart of our community at EDC Las Vegas. It fuels the truly free and positive atmosphere that overwhelms you in a good way as soon as you walk in the festival gates. Taking the values of PLUR to heart when interacting with everyone else at the festival will enhance your experience and theirs. PLUR really is too in-depth of a conversation for me to have with you guys just through this video. And so I actually listened to the INSOMNIAC's Wide Awake Stories podcast recently about PLUR, and it was spot on. It communicates all aspects of PLUR very well, and it's beautiful, honestly. So please, please, please check it out. I will post links to the different ways you can listen to it in the description, and yeah, you won't be disappointed. It's a good listen. And while on the topic of PLUR, there are many people who don't believe in PLUR or are anti-PLUR or says PLUR has no meaning or has lost its meaning because it's so overused, and if that's the case for you, fine. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have meaning to someone else, so please respect that. And at the end of the day, PLUR just means be as open-minded and kind as you can be. Basically, just be a good person. Okay? So just be a good person at EDC Las Vegas. Stay PLUR, or just be a good person. Pick one and just keep the positivity. Alright guys, those are all the tips I have for you in this video. There are only 2 videos left in my Ultimate EDC Las Vegas Guide series, and so stay tuned for those. But I also actually decided to do a Q&A as the last video in my series, so if you have any EDC or general festival related questions that you want me to answer, please hit me up on here or on social media. My handle is @_CottonCandyKid for Twitter and Instagram, and just Cotton Candy Kid for Snapchat. If I feature one of your questions in that Q&A, I will definitely give you a shout out. And yeah, I look forward to hearing some of the things you guys have to ask me. And even if I don't feature you in my video, I will definitely answer your questions as soon as I can. Yeah, please like and subscribe to my videos and check out my rave vlogs. Thanks again for watching. Stay PLUR, guys.